Mohammad Al Riyad and Mushfiq Rahim on strike. Mushfiq has just watered down his initial attacking mode after the fall of those two quick wickets, trying to ensure that they build up this partnership sensibly. He's done well as to milk the runs. He's an experienced batsman, knowing the understanding of your partner. That's the way to go when the fours and the sixes run out. Ensure that you don't fall behind on the run rate.
Sri Lanka has used their bowling options quite well. Dhananjay De Silva into his 6th over. Obviously, more part-time bowler. Really in his career so far, he's just completed his 10-over spells just 4 times, which tells you that he's really not been looked at someone as a frontliner that would come on and make up the 10 overs or a little bit more just in case Sri Lanka needs it. But here it's been judicious with Dhanuka Gunatilaka, Manidu Hasaranga and even Lakshan Sandakan now bowling much better. Managed to try and keep that run rate low for Bangladesh at the moment, just 4.15.
Dhananjay De Silva going across and fielding. Yeah, just talking about him playing Dhananjay De Silva going across. trying to play inside out. Sri Lankan fielders, I must give them credit. In addition to your accurate bowling, got to ensure to back your bowlers, and they've done that very well today.
Yeah, in the ring, particularly in the 30-yard circle, Sri Lankan fielding have been very sharp. Vanithu Hasaranga, outstanding. Ashin Bandara is another very fine fielder. So generally the standard of fielding has been good. It's an area that they've emphasized a lot. Fitness has been emphasized, fielding has been emphasized. And so far we've seen that.
Ball.
Smothers the spin, gets a dot ball of the last ball of the 28th over. 120 for 4.
So they will be eyeing somewhere near 250 from here on.
99 for 2 and very quickly became 99 for 4 when Mahmudullah walked out to bat. Let's push this little partnership a bit longer.
Ball.
250 looks pretty likely on the board. 29 gone. 121 for 4.
নিউ নর্মাল লাইফে ঘরের রংটা হতে হবে ভাইরাস ফ্রি। সেজন্যই বার্জার ব্রিথ ইজি ভাইরাকেয়ার এর সিলভার আয়ন টেকনোলজি তৈরি করে অ্যান্টিভাইরাস কোটিং, যা দেয়ালে আসা ভাইরাস ও ব্যাকটেরিয়া সাথে সাথে ধ্বংস করে। ভাইরাকেয়ার
cut away. And come back for two. Just a little bit of width from Sandakan in that last delivery. Just manoeuvring it into that space. Backward of square on the offside.
নিউ নর্মাল লাইফে ঘরের রংটা হতে হবে ভাইরাস ফ্রি। সেজন্যই বার্জার ব্রিথ ইজি ভাইরাকের এর সিলভার আয়ন টেকনোলজি তৈরি করে অ্যান্টিভাইরাস কোটিং, যা দেয়ালে আসা ভাইরাস ও ব্যাকটেরিয়া সাথে সাথেই ধ্বংস করে। ভাইরাকেয়ার যখন দেয়ালে, আমরা নিশ্চিন্তে। বার্জার ব্রিথ ইজি ভাইরাকেয়ার।
If things go well for the last 20 overs of this innings, Bangladesh would be looking to double that score. It would give them around about that 250 mark. Maza, you feel that's competitive?
The way things have gone so far, that's a wide as well. From this situation, Bangladesh would love to get around 250. Yes, they have got some depth as well. Most sixes hit by Bangladeshi batsmen in ODIs. Tamim Iqbal with 95 sixes right up there. Mushfiqur follows him on 85 and Mahmudullah 66 sixes.
I think that there just stresses the importance of this partnership for Bangladesh in particular after they lost those two very quick wickets. Partnership just 27 at the moment from 44 balls.
Ball.
They both look good. Mushfiqur Rahim in particular. And Bangladesh will be hoping that they can carry this on for... That shot so well does Mushfiqur Rahim. Played it earlier on in the innings, it cleared the boundary. This time, just one bounce.
And he picked up the spot really well. He knew there was no fielder down there.
আপনি কিন্তু সাথেই আছেন রেডিও পদ্মা ৯৯.২ FM এর সাথে এবং আমি দেখতে পাচ্ছি অনেকেই আমার সাথে যুক্ত হয়ে গিয়েছেন, কমেন্ট করে ফেলেছেন। তাদের কমেন্টগুলো আমি ঝটপট পড়ে ফেলতে চাই। ওকে, কারা কমেন্ট করে ফেলেছে দেখতে পাচ্ছি। অনেকগুলো কমেন্ট, আসলে লোড নিচ্ছে আমাদের পিসিটা আসলে। হ্যাঁ, আচ্ছা, অমিত কুমার লিখেছে আমি ৪ থেকে ৬টা লিচু আর ৩ থেকে ৪টা মেবি আম হবে খেয়ে বছর পার করি, বিকজ আমি এইগুলোর ওপর খুব একটা এফেক্টেড নই। ওকে, কেন? আসলে বছরের একটা সময় আমাদের ফল খাওয়াটা কিন্তু দরকার, ঠিক আছে? গ্রীষ্মকালীন যে ফলগুলো রয়েছে যেমন হচ্ছে আম, জাম, লিচু, সেটা তো আমরা সবাই জানি। এবং এই সময়টা আপনার
Just unsettled that left shoulder.
see a lot of fire in this Sri Lankan side. Yes, they're inexperienced. They are a young side, but still, Kusal Perera had mentioned before coming on to the series that they want to play fearless cricket and they want to give their best and ask their players to give whatever they had. Don't think about their position and place in the side, rather than enjoy their game. And that has been so far worked well for them. They've already picked up 4 wickets and a very good start to the series as well.
Bentic CEO Mr. Sabir enjoying proceedings here at the Sherwood National Cricket Stadium. This is good from Bangladesh. I just feel
.145 for 4, and the partnership has now gone to 46 of 61 deliveries. Both the experienced player Mahmudullah Riyad and Mushfiqur Rahim are looking to build up a partnership to post a good total in this pitch. Goes for a lap sweep over the keeper's head, using the pace of the ball. Will it go to the fence? The fielders there grabbed that, but they'll get 3 runs from that shot. Talking about the projected score, they need to build up this partnership as well, and they have Afif Hussain, Mehdi Hasan Miraj and Mohammad Saifuddin to follow. All of them can bat, especially Afif, a young player. It's been terrific so far, and even coach Russell Domingo had hinted that he wants to see these young players to come up and step up alongside the experienced players like Mushfiq and Mahmudullah.
Brilliant.
I heard an earlier discussion with regards to Mushfiqur Rahim and how he enjoys batting against Sri Lanka. Just to put that into context for you, up until the end of 2017, he played 21 innings and scored just 354 runs. And against Sri Lanka, that was an average of 16. Since then, he's played 480. And an average of 80 for that. So it just shows how he's improved against them over the last couple of years. Partnership, 50 from 64. And they're both really starting to look very comfortable at the crease. Strike rate good, 78.5. And a no ball. Again, another one from the spinners today. Sri Lanka in the field been good. They don't need to be giving away free hits and no balls in particular in this format.
Some changes in fielding. The fielder from the onside now coming to extra cover region, and the fielder at extra cover goes back to backward point. Free hit for Mushfiqur Rahim. There's a deep mid wicket and deep square leg and short fine leg.
Hits it straight at the man. You're talking about that deep mid wicket. Nisanka.
Come on, Lamai.
And it's been so far another good over for Bangladesh. A couple of balls to go, 7 runs from it already. Running hard, it's that big boundary, but fielder got to that very quickly. Looking for the single. Not interested. Mahmudullah Riyad. And brings us to the end of the 34th over. 153 for 4 Bangladesh. And the players will take a drink. Sixteen overs remain then in the first innings of the Bangladesh innings. In the first of 3 Bangabandhu one-day internationals, and these are the wickets to go. First man, Litun Das, didn't trouble the scorers, and then it was Shakib Al Hasan, who batted really nicely up until this point. It was just held back in the air, and a good catch taken. Running in from long on by Nisanka. Then it was 2 very quick wickets, and important ones as well. Tommy McBowell looked good. And the next one was just a delivery later. pull Bangladesh back to 99 for 4. But since then, it has been a good repair job by Mahmudullah and Mushfiqur Rahim. 54 from 68. Tamim Iqbal, half century at the top of the innings in a very indifferent manner. Took time to get going. Struggled through the earlier part of the innings. However, he settled down and started to get a move on. When Dhananjaya dismissed him, he was just starting to turn on the heat. Abdullah Riyad has taken his time as well. 37 balls it's taken for his 23. He'll want to, of course, increase that strike rate as the innings continues. So 6 and over from here. We'll get Bangladesh to 249. 11 more than the first innings average here in the first innings of day-night one-day internationals. 238. Probably expect that if these two bat for a bit longer, they may get past that 249 mark.
Play.
Udana.
It's a slower one from Udana, worked it away towards third man. Both the batsmen are now looking for the singles. As you mentioned, over 100 dot balls Bangladesh have batted so far, and now they need to accelerate a bit. That was Isuru Udana's previous delivery, back of a hand. Read it pretty early, Mahmudullah Riyad, and guided that. Change of pace will play a big role in this pitch as well, Tino.
It will indeed. Change of pace and variations is nothing that'll be new to Isuru Udana. Of course, that's his specialty in white ball cricket, but also just the nature of the pitch. We talked about it having a fair bit of grass cover, which is not the norm here in Dhaka. And because of that, you can just get that ball to bite into that surface, can slow up, maybe get a bit of extra bounce. Certainly a surface where those variations will be very handy.
That ball gets some extra bounce. Mahmudullah Riyad was a bit surprised. It's kicked onto him. That shows the trueness of the pitch as well. The ball coming onto the bat. The batsman goes behind the ball. They can play their shots. Still, they need to work hard as well for every single run.
Four singles off the first 4 balls of the over, and getting them with relative comfort. Bangladesh. Crucial that these two just keep as they are. That's full and straight. It's 2 straight, and it's been hit to the fine leg boundary for 4. That makes this over a very good one with still a ball to go.
Good hands from Mahmudullah Riyad. Look at his wrist work. Just use the pace of the bowler, guide it back past the short fine leg fielder, and the rest, the pace does it all. Experienced campaigner knows the fielders where, and just guide it through. Mahmudullah Riyad looking really good.
That boundary takes him on to 29. And that's the importance of singles in the over. We talked about the 4 singles and we're getting the over boundary, 8 from it already. And then a single to finish. A good over, 9 from it, 162 for 4.
The bowling change, left hand over.
It's an outside edge. He's gone into the gap to pick up a couple of more runs from the bat of Mahmudullah. It's turning out to be a good partnership here. Partnership now 65 between Mahmudullah Riyad and Mushfiqur Rahim. They went hard at it. Genuine edge. Went fine. Just giving a little bit of stability with that partnership. Still a long way to go. The run rate now just creeping up, 4.66 now. That will be called a wide down the leg side. But it's been good batting, good sensible batting from both these batsmen. Mushfiqur Rahim, we know that he's been the Mr. Dependable, especially against Sri Lanka, Roshan. He's got a terrific average since 2017. And did hear Tino Mowayo discussing that. He's averaging almost 80. Mahmudullah has been very good with the bat, and knowing that they were under a bit of a pressure when both these batsmen came on to bat. But certainly they've shown that what they're capable of doing with the bat. They need more runs.
Sri Lanka hasn't done badly up to this stage, but it's the finish that really matters. They've always struggled in the last 10 overs. They've gone at a little over 8 runs and over in the final 10. That's has been a concern in their overall record. So that's an area they'll have to watch. That's largely been their inability to get wickets in the middle overs. A couple more, in fact only a single. So Sri Lanka hasn't really been able to find that penetration in the middle overs, invariably leading into the last 10 with either 2 established batsmen or at least one, which allows the opponents to try and maneuver things. So they'll have to be very watchful and very mindful of that. Very safe and over the top. They're using their experience. That's a boundary. Spoken about the depth the Bangladeshis have. Someone like Mahmudullah and Mushfiq, we've spoken about his record, averaging 80 in the last few games, and this is what Mahmudullah can do to you.
Yeah, that's a very good shot. And knowing that the fielder was inside the circle on the offside, and the moment it was pitched up, he knew that he was in business. All he tried to do is he just chip it over the infielder and picks up a boundary. This has been very good batting and very good over for Bangladesh with that single. And they're going to come back for the second, and that's overthrow. Good work in the deep, so they got one. Turns out to be 3 runs in the end. And a very good over for Bangladesh. 174 for 4. Two set batsmen in the crease for Bangladesh. You certainly raise hope for them to score runs on the border after they finish up the full quota of 50 overs. They've got 14 more overs in hand. Mahmudullah unbeaten on 40, Mushfiqur Rahim unbeaten on 58. Batsman to come, Afif, followed by Mehdi Hassan Miraj, Mohammad Saifuddin, the left-hander, also capable of playing some big shots. Mehdi Hassan Miraj is there on screen. And you mentioned about the experience, Roshan, experience of Mahmudullah and Mushfiqur Rahim. More than 4,000 runs for Mahmudullah and more than 6,000 runs for Mushfiqur Rahim.
Sri Lanka have 5 overs from Chamira and 3 from Udana. Those will obviously be in the last bit. That's a good googly from the right arm leg spinner. Well, we spoke how well the Sri Lankan spinners bowled earlier on, but what we need to understand is how the Bangladesh batsmen have set about scoring runs against them in the last few overs. They've taken calculated risks.
Ball.
We've seen the drives, we've seen the slog sweeps. And they've generally looked to dominate. This pair have looked to dominate the spinners. Particularly someone like Wanindu Hasaranga. You don't dominate him, he'll be all over you. There's so much of variety, so much of skill. Has been very good in the white ball format. See, this is what I'm talking about. Just creating space for himself and gets a boundary behind square leg. This is experience. Not afraid to take that risk, and it paid off.
Yeah, this has been very good and sensible batting because they're not taking any unnecessary risk. They knew exactly where the fielders are, and once they try to play a big shot, they're picking up a boundary. Having a look at this partnership of 80 and 84 deliveries, you have a look at the number of boundaries they have in this partnership. 2 4s and a 6 for Mahmudullah, only 3 4s and a 6 for Mushfiqur Rahim. Again, that was short. And he's put that away. Will it reach the boundary ropes? It doesn't. Good work. I just thought that the fielder had given up on that occasion.
Yeah, that's the reaction to that sweep shot. So he's going a little bit shorter and quicker, which allows the batsman to get on the back foot. The previous delivery more fuller, that he swept. So the follow-up delivery has been punished. So 3 balls, 7 runs, which is turning out to be very productive for Bangladesh.
Ball, Wani.
Yeah, 12 runs in the previous over also. So they're getting into momentum where they will feeling that, yes, they can accelerate it. Put the foot on the accelerator. It's all about the batsman in the middle. Yes, they have batting to come. What matters most for Bangladesh that both these batsmen try to play till the very end. And you can expect, if they can manage to do that, you can certainly expect some fireworks. 8 runs in that over, 182 for 4. Tamim Iqbal took his time, he picked up his 50, but just couldn't continue to convert his 50s in a big one. Now, important for Bangladesh that Mushfiqur Rahim is still there, unbeaten on 65 of 68. With him is Mahmudullah, who has moved quite nicely to 41 of just 48. Time for some pace. Very impressive. Just the 5 overs so far for him. 1 for 22. Took a wicket in his very first over when he sent back Liton Kumar Das, caught in the slips. He spoke about the bowling, that even the skipper had actually spoken about it earlier on. So very crucial for the bowlers to get it right. Short and wide, misses out, just a single in the deep. And he mentioned, Kushal Perera mentioned one thing very important, which caught my attention. He said, until unless the bowlers get hit in the death overs, they will not learn. Because he feels that, yes, bowlers will get hit, and then you need to understand what kind of lengths and lines you need to bowl, especially in the death. I mean, in the death, you're talking about bowling in the block hole, in the Yorker length, which is not easy. Easier said than done. We can say it from here quite easily, but to master it, you've got to do it in the practices. And also try something similar like that length. Get it fuller, get it in the block hole.
Bringing Chamira back is a good move because he's just breaking that rhythm the batsmen are in, because spin from both ends. President of the Bangladesh Cricket Board, Mr. Nazmul Hassan. It's got the feeling that the partnership of leg spin and left arm spin went a little bit too far. Sri Lanka should have looked at the option of just try and changing things up a little bit more. They have the option of Dasun Shanak, who could bowl some seam. Just get on for a few overs. Just try and break the rhythm of the batsmen. They were settling into a nice rhythm with spin from both ends, runs coming quite easily. If you look at the bowling options, I don't think they'll go to Gunathilaka anymore, but they have Dhananjaya, they have Hasaranga. Not sure Sandakan will be bowling again, but Dasun Shanak could have been an option, particularly to bowl a few overs of spin or medium pace, I beg your pardon.
They've used 6 options, Roshan. And remember that Kushal Perera has been appointed to lead the side for the very first time. This is what Mushfiqur Rahim has done versus spin. Going down the wicket, good use of the feet, good stride in. That is one of his favorite shots, the slog sweep. So he's picked up the length very quickly. Similar kind of length, we saw him going down the wicket and also playing the slog sweep. That's where when the batsman starts to trust the bounce of the surface, when he backs himself up to play the shots that he believes in will fetch him boundaries. It's turning out to be a decent over, Roshan.
A bit of change up there, taking a lot of pace off the ball, that last delivery. Yeah, we know how good he is against spin, particularly playing those sweep shots. We haven't seen the reverse very much, though he's very good with the reverse as well. What they've done well, you spoke about the boundaries, but what they've done very well is to do just that. Singles, twos. Into the over, 187 for 4.
Just going back to what we were discussing regarding this partnership, it's a partnership of 88 runs of 93 deliveries, and they've only scored 32 runs in boundaries. The rest has come in singles and twos. That's what they've been really good at, like having to rotate the strike on a consistent basis. That just releases the pressure. Again, a short one. And once you start to pick up those singles, it just unsettles the bowler. bowler doesn't seem to find the right line, and then even if he bowls a good delivery, and if batsman does manage to pick up a single, just spoils the over. That has been very good in this partnership. It has been the feature in this partnership between Mahmudullah and Mushfiqur Rahim.
Isn't that the experience Bangladesh boasts of? They know exactly how to handle situations, and that's what they're doing well. At 99 for 4 with two quick wickets gone. You would normally expect sides to struggle a little bit, panic a bit, and to be under pressure. But what Mahmudullah has done is come in and just released it with the way he's batted. He's had a good ally at the other end. But just speaking about Sri Lanka's performance, if you look at just this year in the 3 games, the middle overs have always been their problem. In 2021, in 90 overs, they have conceded a near 5 runs in the middle overs for only 5 wickets. So what they have done, the price they pay is almost 90 runs a wicket in those middle overs, talking about 11th to the 40th. So when a team comes into the last 10 overs, they got enough ammunition to try and attack. So obviously that's an area they will want to look at, want to improve, and one way of doing it is getting wickets in the middle overs. You need wicket-taking bowlers. But Bangladesh, on the other hand, they have a much better record. In the middle overs, they've been getting a wicket every 25 runs or 26 runs. And they've been conceding just 4.36 runs an over. It speaks of how well the two teams have performed in 2021. 190 for 4.
Yeah, it has been a major concern of what you just said, Roshan, for Sri Lanka. And remember, both these players, or rather teams, are eyeing to grab a position in the ICC Cricket World Cup. This is the Super League. And the points will count. You've got to grab as many points as possible. So they're fighting hard to qualify for the World Cup. 50-over format. And this is where you want to see your teams performing at their best. So you got to find the right combinations, the right bowlers. Where you fail to manage to pick up wickets in the middle over, then you've got to find certain bowlers. And you have someone like Chaminda Vyas as your head bowling coach, who has an absolutely brilliant career. Talk about wicket-taking bowlers, Muthaiya Muralidharan, Lasita Malinga. So many names comes to you. But you've got to find someone and groom to a certain stage where you not only back him up as a bowler, but you're also giving him more and more opportunities to play the big league in the one-day internationals. And you can only get better once you get that opportunity on a consistent basis. Time. You've got to give time to the players to settle in. That's where I think it's very important for the selectors, the team management, not from just Sri Lanka, but also from Bangladesh. If you are backing someone in the team, you've got to give him time. Remember Marwan Athapattu? When he started his career, he started with not 6 ducks. But he ended up scoring more than 5,000 runs for Sri Lanka, and one of the best players that I've seen. What a beautiful player to watch. It's all about trusting someone for a certain position as a bowler or a batsman and giving him time.
I think that's the policy that the selectors are pursuing now. That's why I think they're looking at some of the other options they have. The chances are that this side will be pursued for a while just to understand where they're going. That's the reason that so many young cricketers have been brought in and blooded. A new captain, obviously the plan is for the 2023 World Cup. But yeah, you spoke about the qualifying stage. Sri Lanka anyway is languishing at the bottom. So the only way Sri Lanka could go is up. They can't go down any further. So this is the worst situation they are in. They're at number 13. So they have only one way to go, and that's up. So that's what the Sri Lankan selectors are hoping. You guys are sitting much prettier at number 6 and feeling comfortable. Yeah, you're right about what you're saying. And I hope that the national selectors will pursue something like that and look at allowing some of the youngsters in this side a little bit more opportunity just to try and give